I am Anne Frank, the daughter of Otto and Edith Frank. I was born July 12, 1929. I grew up in Frankfurt in Germany. As a young child, I was only 4 at the time. In 1933, the Nazis gained control of Germany. In this same year, we moved to Amsterdam because my parents thought they would be safe there. For some time, it was safe. My father started his business, and Margot and I went to school. By 1940, my father, Otto, was no longer allowed to own a business because he was a Jew. Then, in 1941, my sister Margot and I were forced to move to a different school, a school for Jewish children only. During the time of the invasion, my father, Otto, made plans for the whole family to go into hiding. He arranged a place for us in his office building in Amsterdam. On July 5th, 1942, we received Margot's, my sister's call-up papers, meaning she had to report to a work camp in Germany. So we moved into the secret annex earlier than planned on July 6th of 1942. 2 weeks after we moved in, the Van Pelps family joined us. Herman and August Van Pelps also had a son named Peter. Peter is 3 years older than me, or the same age as my sister Margot. We knew the Van Pelps because Herman and my father were business partners before this all happened. The hiding place is relatively large for a hiding place. There is enough room for 2 families. Although 4 months after the Van Pelps moved in, Fritz Pfeffer moved in. Fritz is the dentist of Maya Geese, who works as a secretary for my father. Now counting Fritz Pfeffer, there is 8 people living in the secret annex. It is kind of exciting having many people here because there's more people to talk to. Father's 4 employees take care of us in here. They come upstairs every day and talk to the men about business and politics, and to the women about food and wartime difficulties, and to the children about books and newspapers. They put on their most cheerful expressions, bring flowers and gifts for birthdays and holidays, and are always ready to do what they can. At times, it has been extremely difficult living here. We have been here for almost a year now. The Van Pelps stay in the 3rd floor and my family has the 2nd floor. I have to share my room with Fritz Pfeffer, which can be annoying sometimes. The 4th floor is the attic. 8 people together all the time, we can never leave. Everyone is so different. We all have our own personalities, yet we all have to get along. During the day, we have to keep all the curtains closed and keep very quiet. I guess I could almost call this place home, but there's no way I can feel completely settled here. There's a lot of tension in here. Everyone is terrified of being found. The entrance to the secret annex is through a tiny hallway and hidden by a movable bookcase. The only thing we can do is be careful and hope we won't get found. One of the things I miss the most is being outside and enjoying nature. It brings me the most happiness when I go up to the attic and look out the tiny window. But it's actually very dangerous. I can see the blue skies, the shining sun, the seagulls and other birds flying through the wind. From there you can see this most beautiful chestnut tree. The tree really brings me hope and comfort that there's life still living outside the world, despite all the bad things that's happening around us. What really helps me is writing. For my 13th birthday I was given a diary, and I started writing it when we got here. I would even say that my diary is my best friend in the annex. I want to write, but more than that, I want to bring out all the kinds of things that lie buried deep in my heart. My diary has been a big help for me living here. I can shake off everything as I write. My sorrows disappear, my courage is reborn. I can get all my thoughts and feelings out on paper. It gives me something to do all day. I want to be a writer. After the war, I would love to be a writer or a journalist. In addition, I just started writing little short stories and fairy tales. Some of the stories are about events that take place in the annex. I really enjoy writing these. Sometimes it's fun to read the stories to everyone. It's a good source of entertainment for us all. When we get out of here, it would be great to one day have my stories published. I could be an author. Not only do I like to write, but I really like to read. My father, Otto, suggested I keep a book of inspirational quotes that I find in books I read. So that's what I did. In this notebook, I have lots of quotes, some quotes even from William Shakespeare, really anything that inspires me. I hope that even after I die, people will remember me. The news and stories we hear from my father's employees, it's all very scary. Things only seem to be getting worse. My greatest fear, something we are all afraid of, is being found by the Nazis. In spite of everything, I still believe that people are really good at heart. My family, as well as the Van Pelps and Fritz Pfeffer, have been extremely fortunate so far. I am so blessed to still have my whole family together. It was really scary when Margot got her letter saying she had to be sent to a work camp. Even the fact that we have survived this long in hiding and will hopefully continue to stay in hiding for as long as it takes, we have just been very lucky. I feel that one of my biggest accomplishments in life so far is writing. I think it's important that I have documented so much of my life in the Secret Annex. If I could wish for anything, I would wish to go on living even after my death.